Go your ways. Behold, I send you forth as lambs among wolves. Luke 10:3. So, Batman Cape Crusader. Personally, I feel like this show feels like it could have been something special. Personally, we have one of my favorite Batman designs of all time as far as the classic Batman black and gray. And they finally got rid of those stupid purple gloves, in my opinion. I know a lot of people go crazy for that type of, but I personally, the black suits it better, obviously. Moving past the design aspect of the show, well, kinda, at least the Batman portion. I think the designs of every character, personally, I have the biggest issue with as far as the show. Well, one of the biggest issues. I'm gonna be blunt. Personally, it's like, the show is like set in the 40s, no? Like you see the homages to like the bygone era, you see the black and white TVs, the non-modernized cars and ideals. And so for me, I just don't agree with this idea of race swapping every single notable character just to do so. And it makes less sense given the setting of the show, at least presumably the setting of the show. Like seriously, at this time period, like, bro, you can make an argument for Renee Montoya, and I could honestly let it slide. But you're telling me Jim Gordon just has to be black in this adaptation. Barbara Gordon has to be black in this adaptation. Harley Quinn has to be fat in this adaptation. Or I'm sorry, thick. Whatever. I don't care. I'm tired of this. And for some reason, even Alfred is fat. Again, keep in mind, I'm presumably going into this adaptation knowing and at least thinking that this takes place at least in the 40s, right? So health and things of that nature, body positivity was not that much of a norm. But of course, modern writers get their hand on these type of properties and they just feel like they need to see themselves in these characters. Alfred just has to be pounding on the donut and Harley Quinn just has to be drinking and eating way too many carbs to sustain herself. She just has to feel herself in her true being. Like personally, I don't even care about the whole bisexual Harley Quinn thing. I don't give a damn. I give a damn about characters and redesigns just for the sake of it. Just because, we want to pander. Like, what? Like, it feels very racist, like, personally. Like, because for me, it makes me think that, like, these characters, since they mean nothing and since it's not a big deal to change their races, then just do it. Make them black of all characters. And they always go with black. It's never a different race. It's always majority of the time being just race swap black just because. Like, honestly, why and how? Like, again, this timeline takes place at least bare minimum in the 40s. So for me personally, this race swap makes the least sense of all the ones I've seen in all of the movies and shit. So shout out to this comment right here by Project over here. Yeah, it pretty much just sums up my entire thoughts on the My Hero fandom, at least right now. Like making excuses for the manga and its ending. But yeah, peace, pause to read, get into the video. Because at least you can make an argument, it was in modern day back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this just, it doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't, and I'm really getting sick of it, personally. Other than that, I think for the most part, the show is just uneventful. Like, nothing really happens. Like, yeah, events happen, events take place, but you feel like you just wasted your time once you finish the show. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, and I think that's why they kind of release it all at once, because, like, honestly, ain't nobody want to sit through this every week. Because, like, nothing happens. Also, as far as the voice cast and the voice performance, I think they did okay. Personally, I enjoyed the new Batman voice. I wish he would continue on. Hopefully he will, because I'm presuming that this gets a second season with the Joker teaser at the very end of the show. So who knows? But it's going to be weird considering that Harley Quinn just won't have a relationship with him, obviously, because they're setting up the whole Renee and freaking Harley for some reason, even though she's a psychotic criminal now. So, hey man, whatever, go crazy, do your thing. I hate modernizing shows when they modernize it in the worst ways possible. Just shameless race swaps and body swaps for some reason. Again, most of Alfred's adaptations that I've seen, he's had some version of a military background. He should not be fat. I'm sorry, no, you can't be working for Batman overweight. I don't care what you say in the comments. I genuinely don't care. I'm just tired of seeing like people needing to be pandered to and think that's gonna make people like the show. Like it's the most backwards surface level understanding of what fans want. I swear to you, it's annoying. Yeah, it was just a whatever show, personally. Like, this video is not going to be too long. I'm not going to lie to you. Because, like, again, nothing happens. The show's whatever. The show's fine. It's a short freaking show for right now, anyway. Until season 2 comes out. The most interesting part about the show, if I can take away anything positive from, was Harvey Dent's arc. Personally, I enjoyed his little, rise and fall. Personally, like, it showed that yes, he may be corrupt, just like most people in the political sphere in Gotham, but there's still a slight air of good to him, and you've seen that through his whole. Again, it was the most interesting arc, and it intertwining with Batman's whole also made it very, very, very cathartic when he wanted to, but he just couldn't finish the man who ended his best friend, pretty much his only real friend in Gotham. So him just being strong in the face of so much rage and anger and grief, he chose to just spare his life. That's Batman. And I respect that. Anyway, aside from that, most of the show was just whatever. It was just boring. Like, politics aside, all the bullshit aside, it was literally just boring. Like, respectfully. Anyway, see you guys later.